Good morning, Stephen Elliott. It's April 13th. Thank you for your interest. Today I'm picking up where I left off with the last video, that being a discussion of the coherent breathing protocol, where I had introduced sinusoidal breathing, or moving the diaphragm in a manner that emulates a sine wave. This sine wave is operating at the nominal frequency of coherent breathing, which is 0.085 hertz, and 5 breaths per minute. Now, this might seem like a fine point, and in fact, it is, but the body is already arranged, designed, structured, however you want to think of it, to afford us breathing in this sinusoidal manner. And the importance of knowing this is that sinusoidal action is the most efficient action that exists in nature. And that action is woven into many aspects of the body, and in particular regarding breathing. So this subtlety of the coherent breathing protocol is that when we're breathing at 5 breaths per minute, the diaphragm is moving in a pattern emulating a sine wave. By knowing this, we can feel it, and we can perfect the action of the diaphragm to accomplish the most effort, really, in terms of moving both blood and air, and do so with the utmost efficiency. So it's capable of moving the most volume with the least effort. So we'll practice that. This video that you see behind me is one that's on the Coherent Breathing YouTube channel. I wasn't able to use it as a background today because it takes up too much real time for Zoom to process as a background. So I do have a black and white one, which I produced earlier in time. And we'll watch that together and talk briefly about the sine wave. So here is a sine wave stretched out in time. It looks like just a flat line instead of a sine wave. If I were to take the oscilloscope and turn it back to a different timing, we would see the sine wave pattern as opposed to the sine wave proper moving up and down. So here we can think of this line as being the diaphragm. When the line moves up, we're exhaling. When the line moves down, we're inhaling. And we're exhaling and inhaling at this rate. Now, note this rate is changing. This is what a sine wave does. It has a signature, and it always moves in accordance with the sine wave signature. This happens to be the sine wave at 5 breaths per minute, or the coherent breathing frequency. So to practice this, we can see our diaphragm needs to begin its action. Here it is inhaling. It's beginning slowly, speeding up, crossing the x-axis. After it crosses the x-axis, it begins to slow down. and eventually reverse direction. So speeding up until the x-axis, slowing down. Speeding up until the x-axis and slowing down. Reversing direction. Now, this pattern is highly related to the relaxation response that we spoke about the last time. And that is, when we inhale, it is natural that the autonomic nervous system tenses. And this means all the low threshold muscle motor units throughout the body, including those of the face, the circulatory system, they all tense slightly. And what we want to do with coherent breathing protocol is relax all of these low threshold muscle motor units when we exhale. Let it all go. And the upward rising portion of this is the diaphragm leading to exhalation. And as it crosses the x-axis, we want to let go internally. Relax the chest, relax the diaphragm as the line crosses the x-axis heading upward. We also want to try to manage the tensing of the body during inhalation as the diaphragm is moving downward. But a chief advantage is to couple this with exhalation and the relaxation response. By doing that and learning to accommodate this pattern of breathing, we are breathing in a way that is fundamentally most efficient. And by that, it means that it's moving a maximal amount of fluid in the body with the least amount of effort. I hope that makes sense to everyone. And with that, we'll end for today. Thank you.